Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to create something truly beautiful together. We're working with this lovely structured khaki green cotton fabric, and I'm going to show you how to create a classic smocked pattern. If you look at this little girl's dress, you can see how this exact design adds the most charming texture to the bodice. It looks intricate, but together we'll take it step by step. Let's begin. To start, we need a perfect grid. I love using this plastic cross-stitch mesh as a guide. It makes marking so effortless and neat. Using a white heat erasable pen, I'm gently marking dots with a 1 centimeter gap between them. If the fabric you've chosen has a distinct front and back, remember that we want to draw our dots directly on the front side, the right side of the material. For this project, we only need 5 rows of dots stretching 28 centimeters long. Because smocking pulls the fabric in, our finished piece will shrink to about 14 centimeters. Always make sure your grid aligns nicely with the grain of your fabric so your pleats sit beautifully. Now that our grid is ready, let's prepare the thread. I've chosen this soft, light green embroidery floss. We'll gently separate it, using just 2 strands for a delicate finish. Thread your needle, tie a secure knot at the end, and we're ready. Starting at the top left, we'll use the first 2 lines of dots. We'll alternate our needle horizontally and vertically between the dots to pull them together. First stitch, a gentle horizontal needle between the dots, pulling them close. Second stitch, passing the needle vertically to secure the gather. Third stitch, another horizontal pass, keeping our tension nice and even. And the fourth stitch, one final vertical anchor between the 2 dots. Let's repeat this sequence 1, 2, 3, and 4 stitches. First horizontal, then vertical, horizontal again, and finally vertical. Perfect! We will repeat this soothing rhythm all the way to the right end of the first 2 lines. Once you reach the end, simply secure your thread neatly at the back of the fabric. Watch how the fabric gathers so softly. We'll repeat this soothing rhythm all the way to the right end of the first 2 lines. Just remember that smocking shrinks your fabric significantly, so a good rule of thumb is to start with a piece that is at least 2 times wider than your desired finish size. Perfect. We will repeat this soothing rhythm all the way to the right end of the first 2 lines. Once you reach the end, simply secure your thread neatly at the back. Next, we'll skip the third line for now and move down to the fourth and fifth lines. We'll follow the exact same steps, working our way across to the right. A quick tip for your future projects. You can easily customize the height of your smocking just by adding more rows or skipping lines. Now let's fill in that center row we skipped. It's time to add some beautiful depth to our design. Using the same light green thread, we're going to work a classic herringbone stitch across the middle. It frames the pleats so elegantly. Let's take a little rest here and give ourselves some time before we start again. Just relax your shoulders, take a deep breath, and enjoy the quiet rhythm of stitching this project. If you want to make this design even more special, you can slide a tiny elegant seed bead onto your needle right at the center cross of each herringbone stitch. It adds a lovely subtle sparkle that catches the light beautifully. Once the first row of herringbone is complete, we'll work a second row right below it, heading in the opposite direction. This specific combination of smocking and herringbone is incredibly versatile. While it looks absolutely darling on the bodice or the sweet sleeves of a girl's dress, you can easily use it to elevate home decor as well. See how they nest together? It creates a gorgeous woven lattice effect. And there we have it, a beautiful finished smocked panel. Once you're done, a quick pass with a warm iron near the stitches will make your heat erasable dots vanish like magic, leaving your work perfectly clean. I highly recommend creating small sample pieces like this before cutting into your dress patterns. It's the best way to test your fabric's shrinkage and play with color combinations. For instance, look how lovely this exact same pattern looks when worked with a soft pink floss. Beyond garments, this texture looks absolutely stunning on boho-style pillow covers, the cuffs of a blouse, or even a sweet fabric tote bag. Thank you so much for spending this quiet time stitching with me. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a gentle thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more peaceful crafting. Until next time, happy stitching.